So I had to figure it out really quickly. And now we're back on. We're live. I am here with Pablo Grand. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for an amazing episode as we're going to bring you all the stuff that's happening within his music industry and what he has to offer. So with that being said, Sandy, why don't you hit him with that intro? Let's do it.
From the heart of Kendall, Florida, it's Pass the Mic Podcast. Solutions for real-world problems with real-world people. And of course, those crazy people too. And now, your host, Eddie G.
Welcome once again to Pass the Mic Podcast. We are getting this Thursday started, and for those of you just tuning in, I'm not sure. Are we on YouTube? Are we officially on YouTube? It's been a crazy day today. I don't understand. I don't get it. Basically, while we were getting ready for our restream, it says that YouTube is actually acting up on the chat line. Sandy, can you fill us in on that? You're the director of the crazy, so come on.
Down, but now we're up.
It was down, but now we're up. Can you talk into that mic one more time?
It was down.
There we go.
And now we're up and running.
We're up and
Good to
running.
go on all social platforms.
All social platforms. All right, good. Now we're good and go. And let's welcome Pablo. Pablo, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. Today's been a productive day. I feel like I'm professional out here, man. You're really great at what you do.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got started, how you got into this industry? Are you an independent artist? Are you a signed artist? So this is a special episode where we're introducing a new artist to the industry.
Thank you. I'm not signed, but I would. So if you're out there, holla at me. Definitely I will sign it if it's right.
As long as it's not a 360 deal, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm from Miami, so I feel like the hustle is really what got me started. Music itself kind of gave me the independence to do what I want to do and kind of lead myself. Just because you can kind of open up to like different platforms. If you know what you're doing, like you can do the events, you can do your merchandising, you can do your music and get deals off that. Right. So once I started learning how to do all that, I was like, okay, this is very possible to do. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And
where's your background? Where you originally from?
I'm from Texas originally. When I was little, I had a choice. My mom was leaving to Miami to go help my grandma. She was like, yo, you want to book it with me or you can stay with your dad? And I was like, I'm gonna leave with you. What you mean? And I came out here. When I went back to college, and at one point, one of my friends, his name is Iconic, he also makes music. He hit me up and he's like, yo, I'm gonna come. Well, I had originally had a trip with my friend Gina. She came to come see me, and he ended up surprise visiting me, and we ended up taking a road trip back. We had no phone, no nothing, and he had his little MP3 and he had some instrumentals, and he was like, all right, I'm gonna teach you how to freestyle. And then I started freestyling for a good year, just joking around with my friends, like drinking and stuff. And at one point, somebody was like, yo, you should take it seriously. And I was like, yeah, I should. 'Cause I did theater in high school, but I never wanted to do music because I felt like I never really trained my voice. And by the time I got into high school, everybody was in choir and chorus and doing everything band. So I was like, I'm not into that.
You're not into it.
Yeah, but I did theater, and I feel like once I went to college, I did mass communications, and that led to that.
And that was the little push that you needed to get into to get the bug.
Yeah,
I call it the bug.
It is a bug, man. Sometimes you really need someone else to like remind you, like, hey, hold on, what you do? Yeah.
And so, what's your ethnicity? What's your family?
Cubano nicaragüense. I gotta,
because you're a Latin artist, right?
I am a Latin artist. I try to represent that. I do hip hop music, but my hip hop music is really like Spanish oriented. I do a lot of trap Spanish music.
Dope, man. You gotta get linked up with my man Don Dinero.
I'm about,
and he's definitely an independent artist, and he'll show you the way to get your independent artistry started. So you can make that merch, make that money, and get the flow. We have quite a few artists that we've talked to that are independent, man, and that's not a bad way to go. I mean, look at Chance the Rapper.
I think you should definitely go independent if you're really about taking your stride forward by yourself and leading. If you're willing to take the time to learn and sit back for a second, then yeah. If you want to go fast and have someone else do it for you, because the thing about, I feel like, having a label and everything is that they already have the connections you need to build, and they already know what you need to know, so they're just gonna plug it in for you. And I feel like where you take the independent route, you're gonna go through your trials and error.
Okay.
and tribulations.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Tight.
I mean, but it's okay to make those mistakes sometimes.
I agree.
It's a building block. It's a learning block. And then when you get to the signing part, you kind of have that experience under your belt, and you can say, hey, look, something's not right.
And you
something
can
doesn't feel
negotiate
right.
more.
Yeah, you have that creative freedom to do so. So I see that we have only a few people watching us on YouTube. I know that we had those issues in the beginning. Hopefully we're good to go. Just for you guys that are tuned in to the Facebook, I see you guys are quite a few on Facebook. Make sure you log us onto YouTube. It's www.youtube.com/Pass the Mic Podcast, or literally go to YouTube, the app in your phone, and type in Pass the Mic Podcast, and you guys can chit chat with us there, ask questions, feel free to do so. What up to the fam? I see you guys commenting already. Good welcoming to you guys. It's an interesting Thursday, man. It's an interesting Thursday.
Yeah.
Let's get into this. Can you tell us what inspired you to jumpstart your career as an artist? I know that they kind of, persuaded you as you were coming up with these freestyles, but what was the turning point for you? What was like, you know what, I aspire to be this person, I want to do this, or this is the sound I want to create for the world?
I feel like for the longest time, I was trying to make myself normal and try to figure out how I could fit in an office environment. So I took away from, because the reason I did music initially was because I was like, okay, I don't want to be a public speaker, but I definitely want to influence people and lead them in the right direction.
Okay.
And so I felt with music I could really be influential and try to do that and still make a vibe where, because at the end of the day, I feel like I chill. Like I want to tell people like, yo, pick up your stuff, but I'm not trying to be your mom and dad either.
Right.
So I felt like music would really let me do that. And before I did communications, I was studying to be a teacher because I felt like teachers had impacted my life the most. And like ultimately, like that's what I want to do. And I feel with the two artists that I listen to the most, Drake and Mac Miller, and Michael Jackson, because Michael Jackson's like my biggest influencer.
Look at that. Nice, man. Nice. The king of pop.
The king of pop.
What's your favorite
bro.
MJ song?
Honestly, between the new stuff that he's released, he's got Blue Gangster, which I heard the original verse when they released his new. It's music that he never wanted to release, but they ended up releasing. But before that, maybe like Smooth Criminal, Dirty Diana.
Dirty Diana, that's a good track.
Yeah, there's another one that I'm thinking about, man. I think Dirty Diana had Chris, this actor, Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
He had him on it, but just the way that Michael Jackson did everything, like, yo, he really tried to make every little step perfect.
Yeah.
And
he was passionate about his music.
Yeah, he really was. Passionate. He really was.
And he was a great artist, man. Like, he played a lot of instruments. He knew the sound that he wanted to create, and he had this inspiration to him that when you worked with him, it was like, no, that's not what I'm looking for. And he was so calm about it. He was like really mellow. And he's like, no.
He's like, let's not do that. Here's what we're not gonna do. But like,
this is what I'm looking for. Boom, boom. And you'd be like, oh, no way. Like, okay, I got it. And he would inspire you just by doing that simple little move.
I agree. I feel like that's why right now we don't have anybody that's really been to that level. I don't feel like.
Yeah, I mean, Bruno Mars is up there.
Bruno Mars is
getting there, man.
I feel like the only thing with Bruno Mars is that maybe it's because of the difference in the time period, but I feel like he was very life-changing. Like the music that Michael Jackson made, like when you think of White or Black, like Smooth Criminal, like all those songs, like
right. He had meaning behind his songs.
He had meaning behind those songs.
You heard of Bruno Mars' album?
Not the most recent one, no. I don't even listen to Bruno Mars like that.
Okay,
I listen to him like when he.
But you're a Drake fan.
I'm a Drake fan.
Mac Miller has some good verses.
Mac Miller.
Yeah, he got some bars.
He got some bars. I feel like with Mac Miller, he really brings in that old school vibe. Like you really hear that jazz instrumentals in them, and you hear a lot of piano sounds and stuff like that. He really brings a classical feel to it.
Absolutely. How would you describe the music that you typically create? Like, how would you say?
Different. I really try to.
You said you had a little trap reggaeton in there.
Yeah.
But you say that it's different, like.
It's different in the sense of like the material. Like I was looking over this reggaeton track that I made, and usually like reggaeton tracks are either very like sensual or they're very party, and I made this one reggaeton track that was more like intimate, personal type of a track.
What was the name of it?
It's called Aya. I actually just released it on my birthday. So
Where's it on? Tell everybody where they can find it, man.
All social
You got the mic, you got the platform.
All music platforms, whether you listen to it on Spotify and you want some playlists, I got it over there. If you listen to Apple Music, I'm also on.
Sandy, can we pull it up? See if you can pull it up for us, Sandy. We'll give you a few minutes.
But in that sense, like my music, I feel like, you know, growing up in Miami, I listened to just about everything from like Pitbull to Drake to like
Actually, I might be
Lil Uzi to the Migos to like old school like Casey and the Sunshines or Gloria Estefan. So
I like the flavor that you have, man. I like all the different flavor you have here.
yeah. No, man, I try to really, and plus I feel like my music is ever changing because I'm going through different phases in my life, and I try to keep it resonating to what I'm dealing with. So my song is about somebody, but I'm not gonna say all that much.
Uh-oh. So basically you're inspired by somebody.
Yeah, I'm inspired by a lot of people.
Is it can I find it on Spotify?
Yeah.
Is it under that name?
It is under that name.
All right. Let's see if we can get it on here. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to try to get his track on here so you guys can hear a little bit about it, and then we can talk about it. What do you say?
Yeah, I'm with it. I think it's just not loading Wi-Fi.
All right, let's make sure it's not on my end. Well, Sandy, I know Sandy's on the back end over there working on it. You got me, Sandy?
Sandy's like, well, let me
Sandy's
take
like,
off the YouTube
Sandy's like, Jesus, dude, come on, man. Why are you doing this to me? I'm always putting Sandy on the spot. You got to listen to the show that we have tomorrow. It's hilarious.
No,
we're always putting her on blast out here.
I tuned in for the first time with VP, man. That thing was a whole comedy show. Yeah.
VP was really good, but you know, I want to say the hardest laugh that I've had was Idalio.
I've never heard of Idalio.
So it was a comedy Lights Out.
Mhm.
Idalio, man, he was talking about him, you know, basically crapping his pants, and it was hilarious.
I've been there. I've been there.
I know he's listening. He's gonna probably post this on his page later on.
He's like, yo, listen, don't forget, check it out, Idalio.
All right.
Is he from 305?
Yeah, he's from the 305.
Cool.
He's definitely he's not too far from here actually. So
Shout out to Idalio to the 305.
yay, Idalio, you're getting love. You're getting love. All right. So has COVID-19 been a setback or inspiration to continue creating music?
It's been a definite setback in the sense of I really meticulously planned the year, and God said, screw your plans in that sense. Because I feel like, me personally, like where I am in my belief in my life, like Divine Source really took a focus on the front end and kind of just pushed everything aside. But there we go. In the sense of inspiring me and being something to push me forward, launch me forward, most definitely, because it's brought me closer. I feel like with my fans and the people that listen to my music, they've had more time to really interact. It's put me in a place where I'm like sitting back and thinking, okay, life isn't just rushing through. Like, let me actually pay attention to the people that are listening to me, messing with my music,
Right.
talking to me, subscribing, and actually trying to get me to put out more music and put more focuses on them. Plus, less people have less stuff to do. So, you know, I threw La Casa Mia in the middle of the pandemic. I'm not going to lie. So La Casa Mia, real quick, is something for artists to network. We bring models, photographers,
There you go.
producers, and local artists within the scene. It's kind of like the hub. I want to make it so that when people fly into Miami, they know that they could pick up an artist right there. And
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I like that.
thank you.
I like that. We're working on something pretty large as well. over here.
I want to link us up. Most definitely, I'm telling you, I'm going to filter people in here, at least to get in the back play and eventually come up.
Absolutely. Can we play this track? Are we ready?
Yeah, let's
All right.
play
So
it.
Aya, right? That's what we're gonna
Aya.
play. All right, here we go. Aya.
All social medias.
Ella dice que me quiere, que me ama, ¿por qué no llamas, mami? Si aún tú me temes, ¿por qué sigues en mi cama?
Come on, give us a little bit. Give us a
Ella
little.
dice que me quiere, que me ama, ¿por qué no llamas, mami? Si
Hey.
aún tú me temes, ¿por qué sigues en
Hey.
mi cama?
It's Pablo Grand.
Mentiras te lo creo. Aunque tú seas una diabla, yo soy santo. Lo que veo yo lo niego. Aunque todo sea malo, yo me aguanto. Dije déjame, que ya me cansé. Lo que tengo en mi pecho ya lo descargué. Si te sientes más contenta, mami, léjate. No importa con quién, yo me quedo aquí en 100.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Pablo Grand live and direct for you right there. You guys just got it live. I mean, you can't get any better than that.
Come check it out live. If you guys want, we'll give you tickets. We'll hook it up for the show.
That's what's up. That's what's up. If you could open a show for any artist, who would it be? Ooh, dun 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 dun.
I'd probably do Bad Bunny. If I'm talking about like smart wise.
Yo, you had the opportunity. You could have said Mac Miller.
Listen. I was gonna, when
You
I
know?
originally look at this, I was
You
like,
coulda
"Yo,
said
undead
Drake.
or dead." But if I had I really wanted to go see Mac Miller. I had a chance once, for South by Southwest. I was in Dallas, and not Dallas, in Texas. It was in Austin, and I didn't go. Man, I had the chance to see his set, and I was stuck right where I was. It was so packed, and I didn't go, and I really regret it because he came for Rolling Loud after that, and he came when Snoop Dogg did something about the smoking West Coast. I think it was
Yep.
Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
And, bro, I've never got to see him live, and it's like one of my biggest regrets till
I
now.
hear you.
Yeah. Type.
What up, Rob? Rob is listening. Big shout out to you. And Michael, Phil, I saw you guys just checking in on the chat line. Michael, man, I appreciate you being an avid listener to PTMP. Much love to you.
Hey, shout out.
So you chose Bad Bunny.
I chose Bad Bunny. Hey, but he's great.
You know, I'm a big music fan, and it just it doesn't do it for me anymore. Like, I mean, he's got nice hooks, but that's about it for me.
I feel you, but I think it's just because we move in such a
no
fast-
disrespect to Bad
No,
Bunny, man.
no
I know
disrespect.
eventually, he'll come into the shop. It's just
He'll be like, "Ya
you
tu sabes, maní."
of course, listen, I'm as honest as it comes. I'd rather be honest with an artist than fake and like, oh, smiles and everything. Again, I play him because he's popular, but it's not my go-to. Like, for me personally,
It's not your go-to, but
It's not
definitely
for me.
when you go to the club, you will be
Not
listening.
even.
You are. You
Not
don't think so?
even.
Chambea? Chambea.
I mean, again,
Hola.
it gets a hype, and I like that little part that I'm gonna sing. But like hitting a back-to-back,
I think
Bad
if you went to
Bunny?
you'd have to definitely go to El Patio or like Centro and be into that type of vibe.
yeah, you it has to be your music. And
Definitely.
again, that's what I'm saying. It's not my
Cup of
it's
tea.
not my 100% cup of tea.
We like green tea, oolong tea, peach
Exactly.
tea.
Exactly.
But I will say this: I was talking to my engineer just today about this. We really feel like he kind of took like the whole Tory Lanez like hooks and like the high pitched voice and started doing it with Spanish.
That's the
then it
secret
just
sauce. That's the secret
revolutionary.
sauce.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the secret sauce to music, man. Honestly, good bass line and a hi hat, or that's why. Why do you think all these artists are doing auto tune?
Yeah. No, but
Why do you think? Think about it.
You're
you
right.
have to be physically off tune in order to do auto tune.
yeah,
You have to force your voice to be off tune in order to work auto tune.
that's true because I
So it's
never
a
get
talent
auto-tune
to
to
do.
work.
It's a talent to do it.
I agree with that, but I think people like the natural stuff too. Because when you go out and you listen to like a real live band and stuff,
I can't get enough of it.
It's
I can't get
different.
enough of
You
it.
feel
If
the
I
energy.
hear an artist on a record and I go to their show and it doesn't sound like their record, I'm disappointed.
Same. And Drake,
disappointed.
when I was studying Drake, like that was the one thing he said. He's like, every time I go to rehearsal and I practice, like I really try to make it sound as close as I can to the record because, like at the end of the day, like that's what people are vibing
Yeah.
to. And if you can make that sound live, like
Shout
that's
out to
amazing.
Drake again.
Sign me.
Not,
Don't
Not-
sign me. You'll steal my music.
not
but
on
sign
my
me.
top of all hip hop artists. Like a lot of people have been putting him on. I find him more lullaby than I find him crossover, to be honest, more than hip hop. I mean,
He's like hip-hop.
He's had like his hip hop tracks, but as far as like top hip hop artists, love to
man.
Drake, man. Just not on my top tier.
I think definitely coming up, he was like hit after hit after hit, especially with Lil Wayne, when
Yes.
when Justin
Yes.
Timberlake and Timbaland were
Yeah.
going at it with the crossovers,
Yeah.
and then Timbaland did the crossover,
Yes.
and then Missy Elliott. When that was all going on, he was
100.
killing it. And I feel
100.
like after that, it became like this little phase where everybody was like, let's knock off Drake, and he was like, you're not knocking me off. And now people are like, all right, we're over it. No one's gonna knock you off. We got over it.
Michael says Bad Bunny. Bleh.
Blah. Hey, it's okay. they got different flavors for cualquiera.
And this is your manager, right?
That's my manager. Yeah.
Can we bring her onto the screen? You want to
Yeah.
come onto the screen? Come on over.
Yeah, she pulled
Come on over.
over.
Join us over here. Join us.
She's like, oh crap.
Yeah. I put you on the spotlight. Come on over here.
I wasn't super camera ready, but it's
You weren't
okay.
camera ready.
It's okay.
That's what I feel like every girl's like, yo, give me a second.
I'm
let
not
me,
camera
like,
ready.
Look at myself.
Yeah, we're gonna swing the mic on over to her. We'll swing the mic on
Oh,
over
what
because I
it
don't have my
do,
other third
Dana?
mic in here. Listen,
Was good.
What's
Your girl
good?
D.
your girl D.
Yeah.
All right, D. So how is it being the manager of Pablo out there on the road?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It's something that I didn't plan to do.
Right.
It's not something that I had any intentions of. My life was going in that direction where I knew that I was going to work within the arts for the rest of my
Right.
life. And then I connected with Pablo, and things kind of just aligned.
Right.
And I was like, okay, it makes total sense that I would start off as a manager, because I have like future goals that I was trying to reach. So being a manager is like the foundation, and I didn't even realize it. So
Dope.
it definitely is something that, you know,
Is
I
that
kinda
is that,
have to-
is that something that you're aspiring to? Have you done management for anybody else, or he's your first?
I would say he's my first artist managing, but I've done managing in the small scale, as in like
Right.
social media, like even within my own page, like managing my social media, treating
Right.
it like it's a job. So, you know, or even I have friends that are models, and so I would
Right.
manage them in some sense of, you know, like helping them plan for
You
photo
think-
shoots. So small scale things, you know.
You think
that
I got a
kind of-
future in modeling?
I think anyone has a future modeling. if
You saw
have
that? That was a
confidence.
professional answer right there.
I-
That was a dude. You know, you might want to reconsider, but everybody's got a chance. I'm never gonna shut that down.
Listen,
You know?
I mean, I mean, and it's true though, because even like with
I
myself.
mean, look at my long, beautiful hair. I mean,
Hey,
really,
I mean,
honestly,
you can make
bro.
it work if you got the confidence. it happens. It's a
I like
thing.
that answer. I like that
Yeah.
answer. I
And
like that
you know,
answer.
even with myself, like modeling was something that's it's also something I'm pursuing, and I am still working on myself. But
Right.
I used to think that I couldn't do it either. Like I was like, no, there's no way that I could do it, and I had to learn that, like, listen, if I'm gonna do it, it's because I'm gonna believe that I can do it. It's not because anyone is
Ooh.
gonna, you know, choose me. Nah, I choose myself.
Somebody from 10X put this girl on, man. Let me tell you. She's gonna be an inspirational speaker. She's gonna be a motivational speaker.
Hey, if you trying to book Dana right now, you can holla at me, Pablo Grand APR at gmail.com. Don't worry, we book your sessions
He
real
put his
quick.
plug in real quick. I like that. He put his plug in real quick. Yo, you want to hire her? You got to come through me. All right, that's how it works.
Kind of.
That's how
yeah.
it works. I love it. I love it. Look, you're getting hearts. You're getting love.
Oh,
You're
yay.
getting love. All right. Let's jump back to Pablo. Thank you so much for coming on and
Sure.
and showing everybody who you are. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. Hopefully, we get you some more artists in there, and we can get you some more bookings.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
All my love to all of y'all.
There you
I'm
go.
out.
All right, so Pablo, let's talk about a little bit of long-term goals here, man. As an upcoming artist, where do you want to go with this, man? What are some long-term goals?
We talking like $1 million goals or like?
I mean, that's up to you. Some people don't aspire to $1 million. What's your go-to? What's the long-term goal for Pablo Grand as far as an artist?
My long-term goal is to get out of entertainment, do some act. Well, it's in the same. It's actually I'm gonna be in entertainment the whole time, but
Right.
I get out of music, go into acting, and then eventually get my podcast.
But that's odd, man.
Not a podcast,
You
a talk show.
You were doing that in school,
No.
and then you didn't want to do it
Nah.
anymore. Now you're trying to go back to
No,
it.
it's cause the goal is to always change people and affect people's lives. Like I think about it.
Okay, all right.
I think about it every day, and like I don't have kids. I ain't trying to rush into that, but I do think about my kids as far as like the prolonged future, and I
Right.
think about ultimately like if I really want to make the world a better place,
Mm-hmm.
like I got to change the world in general. Like I can't really be like, all right, I'm gonna save this fortune and save this stuff for my kids, because at the end of the day, like my kids are gonna be affected by the outside world, like the people that they grow
Right.
around, the school, the education, the norms, the standards of society wherever they're living. Like that's all gonna affect them. Besides just me, like I can't just really shroud them.
Right.
Because my parents tried to shroud me, and the one thing I did was go and rebel. Like I went out, I partied. I used to go to Candyland back like in 10th grade when like it was illegal to like have less than 18-year-olds like under the club. Nowhere else in the world but Miami. Y'all decide.
Listen, I was too young to be in the club, and they would sneak me in through the back because I was a DJ.
There you go.
I was a DJ for 21 and over clubs.
There you go.
That's, yeah,
Only in Miami. Only in Dade.
only,
Only in Dade.
only,
Only.
literally only.
So
This is why we're the only one with that many COVID cases.
hey, but
Too
shout
soon?
out.
Too
No,
soon?
no, we're
Too
going
soon?
into
Too
phase
soon?
2. We're going into phase 3. The restaurants are open. The bars and clubs are closed. But you know what? The strip clubs, we got you.
No, not yet.
They're
According,
gonna-
nope. According, we're gonna talk about that in a little bit.
Oh,
We're
okay,
gonna talk
we'll
about
get
that
to
in a little bit. We'll talk about that.
I actually don't know anything. I just saw
Well-
what they posted, and I was like, "Coño."
What's some advice you would give others entering the same journey?
Be consistent. You're not gonna get it the first day. You're not gonna get it the first year.
Maybe you will.
Maybe you will. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna say you're not gonna get it the first year, but if you're consistent, you're
But if
gonna
you don't?
you're gonna make a breakthrough your first year. Always. I feel like, and every step and I've been here for 2 years now. Like I'm on my second year currently, but within that first year, now that I look back, I'm like, man, I made some strides that I definitely did not think I was gonna make, and that I felt like I should have definitely had already been signed. But now I
Yeah.
look at those strides and I'm like, those strides set me up to where I need to be right now.
I think the biggest hurdle and step is actually starting, just doing.
Type, because you know what, people will talk. 100%.
Whether it's good or bad, at least they're talking.
Type, which is what I've learned, because you know what, it gets around to the one person that was like, yo, this guy was talking trash, but I'm not gonna lie, fuck. I mean, I messed with it. And you're like, yo. You're like, that's right.
Good catch.
Yeah,
Good
thank you,
catch.
thank you.
Yeah.
I've been doing a good job.
I don't wanna
No,
lose
no.
my money here.
No, I'm not trying to lose your money.
We're gonna drop YouTube real quick and be like, Pablo Grand did this. Can you believe this?
And I'm
Can you
clean.
believe this?
I got clean versions.
we got Idalio in here and he didn't even do that bad. And then Pablo's gonna come and ruin it. No.
No, I'm not gonna ruin it.
Oh man. All right. So that's some good advice, man. I think that's some good advice.
Yeah. Don't stop, definitely. And I realistically, you could really do anything you want to, bro. Like, if you think about it, like, you just really have to start, like you said.
Yeah, just get going. Just do it.
It rolls like a ball.
Yeah.
Type.
What are you rocking now as far as equipment, man? Like, what's your go-to as far as equipment? Do you first of all, do you make your own beats? Do you do? Are you part of the entire process, or do you have other resources that you reach out to?
I am part of the entire process. I take a hands-on approach to everything within my music.
Okay.
I don't make my beats.
Okay.
I go record at Low Keys, which is Camp David Studio in downtown, and then I go record my boy Rock, my boy
Shout
Charlie. They got really good equipment. I think one of them was a blue mic. When I looked at it, I was like, man, this mic is so sexy, and I heard it, and I got to really hear the feedback.
Right.
I'm in the process right now where I'm learning. I'm taking a further hands-on approach, because beforehand it was like sitting back and kind of just watching what my producers and engineers were doing to my voice and the beat itself. And I feel like now I'm like, okay, hey, look, raise the hi-hat on this. Like, hey, add a little delay here. Like, hey, do this and this. So I'm taking a more personal approach than I was before. But I've always been hands-on as far as, like, figuring it out. Because before it was like, yo, I don't know, but can you my voice? And now it's like, hey, like, I know what to tell you.
That's important, man. That's
100%.
important. That's super important. Like, to me, knowing what to say makes the process quicker, and time is money.
100%.
Time is money.
And it's expensive money.
Yeah. Like, how much is it for you to go to the studio? I mean, I don't want to put anybody on blast, but like,
No, I get I get the hookup. Look, hold on. Look, this is the thing about making it in Miami. I feel like you gotta know people.
You got the Hialeah discount.
No, I ain't got. It ain't no Hialeah discount. It's a Miami discount. It's a
It
one.
fell off the truck discount right there.
It's a 175 for 3 hours.
Okay.
But I can mix and I master in the same time, so it's
Dope.
dependent on me. So if my time
and you
is
have your engineer there.
and I have my engineer there,
Dope.
and well, my engineer, I go to him for that pricing.
Right.
So if I take 30 minutes to record the vocals, then I'm spending the next 2 hours and a half on mixing and mastering. If it
Right.
takes me an hour to record the vocals, then I'm spending 2 hours on the mixing and mastering.
Right.
So I feel blessed. He works with a lot of very talented people. He's worked with like Tory Lanez, Ozuna, down in Camp David Studios. They got a couple plaques. So I feel like he really does that just like as an OG. Like, let's throw it to my people in Miami that
Right.
are still on the come up.
That's
So
what's up, man.
yeah, I really
You want to shout
appreciate
him out? You want to give
Yeah,
him
shout
some
out.
love?
Shout out to Loki, Camp David Studios in downtown Miami. You know he's got you.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Now you can take that snippet and send it to him. Be like, yo, I need another discount.
I mean, like, Loki, look, we didn't finish that last track. It was 20 minutes. Come on.
I gave you a shout out, dude. Come on. You gotta give me some love
Hey,
here.
plug in with us type.
There you
He's doing something right now where I think it's like he's getting playlists circulated throughout Miami. I don't want to say too much, but that organic plays and stuff like that from local restaurants and places that will listen to your music. So hit us up. Pablito 305. Let me connect you. You know, middleman that shit.
There you go. Sandy, can we put up his social media account so that we can get everybody to check him out? Pablo Grand, there it is. Pablito 305 and at Pablo Grand, right?
Yeah, Pablo Grand.
Yeah, Pablito point 305.
Pablito.305.
There you go. Punto.
Punto
Punto
com.
305.
Punto 305. Dale.
There it is.
You
What do
want to finish the rest in Spanish?
Not happening, bro. Not happening. You're gonna get my Spanglish. That's what you're gonna get.
I got feel
My Kuichi. Esto la Yuma.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into some world topics. What do you say?
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Explosive device used at a gender reveal party causes a fire and mass evacuations in California. Fire destroys over 7,000 acres, evacuated over 3,000 residents It was a smoke-generating explosive with dry conditions and critical fire. Whether it was hard to start a wildfire in California, I don't know about that, but let's just say it destroyed a bunch of things over a gender reveal. That's what you call a fire party right there.
That is a fire party. That's what que la cosa está de madre.
What do you think about that, man? What, do you have an opinion on it?
I hope it was a boy. I hope it was a boy. I
Why,
mean,
man?
No.
Tremendo candela.
Tremendo candela. Me metí en tremendo candela. Look, I think, they shouldn't. It's freak accidents happen. Yeah. I'm not too stressed.
So now
about
they're going to get rid of
though.
everything. Now you can't have like these things anymore.
Here's the thing about California. California does a really good job as far as like being progressive, and then they do these little extremist laws that I'm like, what are you doing? Like they recently just did the whole like uplifting the pedophilia. Like if you're between 24 to
He's informed.
Dude, I'm telling you, I was looking at that and I'm like,
can you believe that? Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. You said you don't have kids, right?
I don't have kids.
You don't have kids.
I have a cousin though.
You have a cousin.
And she's young.
She's young. I have a 4-year-old at home, and I can tell you right now that
you would definitely come
This
after.
makes me outraged because it shouldn't even passed.
It shouldn't be questionable.
That's the first part. But second part, it's fine. That's questionable. There's always going to be somebody that questions something, right? So let's just say it was questionable. It's fine. It keeps open minds. I'm fine for that. But the fact that it got 2 approvals already,
yeah,
we're at the final step where the governor can say yes or no, right? This is ridiculous.
Low key.
Are we not paying attention? Like, seriously, are we just sitting at home really not paying attention? Or do we just not care and think things cannot happen? Like, my vote doesn't count. Apparently, it doesn't work either if you sit at home and do nothing about it either.
Yeah, I think we're in this process where people are like, well, your vote doesn't count because electoral votes and, that doesn't count. Yes, but the people that you put in those places, you could definitely hit them up and pressure them. You peer pressure your boy to slide you the 5 for the, the match.
Exactly.
So you could definitely peer pressure your county official, be like, oh, yeah, people, I voted for you.
Yeah.
Ponte la pila.
Kind of like what you're going to do to your buddy after this show.
After this show, yeah, he owes me, actually.
Michael says, sounds like the party was a bomb. Love it.
Yeah, it was a bomb.
Love it.
An explosive.
Love it. Michael, you the man, bro. You the man. Speaking of Heat, the Miami Heat advances to the conference finals after eliminating Milwaukee in Game 5. Yeah.
Hey, they should have done it in Game 4, pero tú sabes, they got to pay for the extra.
Listen,
the money. It's the money.
They didn't want it to be a full sweep, so they got their little dream done, and then afterwards the Heat just said, you know what, let's just end this.
All I got to say to Milwaukee is buck up.
Oh, I was gonna say na 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 na. Hey, goodbye. Oh, did you hear that, Sandy?
I heard that.
Yo, he's
Yeah,
doing a little alto there, huh? Oh,
no, I'm kidding. leave that to Michael.
Little baby Michael over here, huh? Michael, he's taking your name.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, King.
I would have put smoke grenades in the back, but we might have started a wildfire. Too soon. Is this one right here? There you go.
There you go. There
All
we
right.
go.
A Colorado school suspended a 12-year-old. You know what? I'm not gonna say this. A 12-year-old boy because his teacher called the police to his home after he waved a toy gun during a virtual class.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like there's 2 answers to this.
Go for it.
On Twitter, this little boy should have never gotten the heat, but I feel like professionally, like that teacher had no choice, kind of. Like I feel like, if you think about it, you're in an office setting, like your job says, hey, report any illicit activities, whatever. You see a kid pull out a squirt gun, whatever. I feel like your common sense will tell you, like, okay, this kid.
Here's the thing. I didn't see the picture. Do we have a picture, Sandy? Do we have a picture of the toy gun? That would be great. Because if it's pink, purple, and blue, I mean, it's an obvious thing, right? But if it's a black one with the orange part shaved off,
It's questionable.
She did the right thing, right?
I think she did the right thing. Either way, like I feel like standard protocol. If you have your standard operation,
And we don't know the context in which the boy was doing it, right? So if he was like, "Pipiao, I'm killing all you kids in school," that's questionable, right?
Ra-ta-ta-ta.
There's a problem there. There's a serious issue, okay? But if the kid was just being a kid playing around with his squirt gun or his toy gun or his dart gun or a Nerf gun or whatever,
Let him be.
You know,
Let it
it's a
be.
kid thing. You know what I mean? You have a problem with it. You know, question the parents. We don't have to make this a national thing.
Type. I think though they should have never. It should have never gone to media. Like,
But that's my thought. I mean, I want to hear what you guys think. Michael, I know you're gonna probably have a good opinion on this.
I think the teacher.
Sandy, what do you think? We never get. That was the gun. That was it.
Come on, come on.
All right, here we go. We're gonna post
I don't know,
it up.
that-
You can make it
that-
big, Sandy. You can make it big. It's okay.
It
You can
kind
make
of
it
looks a little, like
big. There it is.
the
That's-
black handle definitely looks legit, but then you see the green and you're like, okay.
If you guys are just listening to this on Spotify, I'm sorry. If you're listening to iHeartRadio,
We'll describe it.
Sorry.
So we got a black matte bottom on the handle, and we got a green, bright green,
Yeah.
lemon green top. Where
Yeah.
the pistol or whatever, and then you got
Right.
that little orange part.
yeah. So it's clearly
A mix.
visible.
It's a hybrid.
That it's a toy gun.
It's a toy hybrid.
Yeah, it's definitely a toy. You
It's
know what I
the-
mean?
yeah,
Like
it's
there's no question about it.
Confirmed to be for 5+.
I don't know. I mean, he wasn't in class, right? This was a virtual
This was
class.
a virtual class.
That's what the article says. So a virtual class, a virtual toy. We couldn't have made a phone call to the
You know
parents.
what? It makes sense though, because look, it's a real gun, but then that green part is a point that's virtual. So then you can shoot them virtually through the school. I'm kidding. I don't condone shooting. Never mind.
This guy.
But I don't think the kid should have gone suspended. I don't think it should have gone online. I don't think they should have gone that involved, and I don't think anything should have happened to him except for maybe a.
I mean, it made national news, man.
Don't point your gun out again. Next
It made national news, and what really upsets me is the fact that they had to describe the color of the child. Like, really, honestly, does that matter?
Do you? So let me ask you.
Doesn't matter. It's a child. It doesn't matter. It's a boy. Okay. Nowadays we can't say it's a boy, so it's a little person. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we're gender fluid. When I went through when I was teaching. I was studying history, and I did an internship where I was teaching in Pittsburgh. And one of the things that we had to do is a workshop on descriptions, how to handle young adults and multicultural kids, because we were teaching a lower income school.
Okay.
And the first thing that they had us do in the workshop was describe ourselves to people. And the first thing that they noted is whether people would describe themselves by their appearance, by their color, by their ethnicity, or by something that wasn't related to their hobby or personality.
Right.
And almost everybody that was there started off by saying either, oh, I'm white, I'm black, I'm Hispanic, or I'm from some cultural background.
Right.
And the one thing that they pointed out was that when you talk to these kids, like the one thing that you should be conscious of is teaching these kids to not think about themselves in color and trying to bring them together and how to unionize them so that you work in an environment where everybody's equally on the same page.
So,
Like the
I don't
workshop-
think there's
the-
nothing wrong with being different, though.
I don't think there is anything wrong with being different. I think being different is important because, like,
I don't think that we have to acknowledge or deny that we're different in order to get along unified.
I agree, but it's the idea of feeling like I have to define myself by my pigment to start off, as opposed to being like I'm a person and a human being, and then going into where my culture and
We're all
background
persons and human beings. Obviously, it's a science.
I mean, okay, but
I mean,
it's
but-
like
but-
it's a
but
science across the street and not look both ways.
when you're painting a picture of somebody in a book, right?
Mhm.
You kind of give them who they are,
Right.
right? But you also describe what they physically look like.
Yes.
I
But
mean,
which one comes first? And then so like if you're it goes like back to like maybe in an extremist like I feel point of view, if you're going in,
don't you think that's like a little over in depth of thinking? Like, okay, what started first? So if I chose to describe myself, what I'm wearing, and I started with my shoes, is that a problem? Versus my shirt? Why didn't you start from the top? You started from the bottom. Like,
started from the
you get what I'm
bottom,
saying?
Now we're here.
You get what I'm saying?
I do.
I think it's an overthought. I think these
It
are
is an
people
overthinking,
that are
but-
overthought.
But there is it's
But
a
then
sa-
again, I don't think that there's a problem with people. Like, I treat people the way they should be treated, and that's it. And you treat people with respect, and you'll be fine.
and that's you and me 100%. But there are some people out there that they get raised on those ideals, and then you have to train backwards. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like right now we're in a world where back then you didn't have to teach people to stay off your phone and really enjoy the moment. Now you kind of have to teach people like, hey, like if you take off your phone and you focus on the moment, you could be present and you can enjoy things, and
Right.
life is suddenly more valuable to you.
Absolutely.
Whereas things that we didn't have to teach back then, and people were kind of like, oh, that's common sense.
Yeah.
But
common sense ain't so common
and
anymore.
common more, yeah.
Yeah. Priscilla, what's up? It's not your birthday week anymore, so I can't say happy birthday anymore. But everybody in the chat line say what up to Priscilla. Michael, there is nothing wrong with being white, black, yellow, green, whatever. You are what you are, and you should be proud of it. Absolutely,
100%.
100.
100%.
I think that we're trying to hide it, and I don't know if I agree with that. I understand what they're trying to do, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with it. It's a mentality that they think that will work. But
I don't think it's a problem like outside of the U.S.
Here's the other thing: kids don't see it the same way that we do.
100%, because when I grew up as a kid, like I was definitely like,
Kids
yo, what
don't
does
see
it
it the
matter?
same way.
You know, it's when you go into high school and then you start seeing all these boundaries that other parents enforce on their kids that it starts affecting you, that you're kind of like, oh, okay, it's like, well, this kind of matters, I guess, but it doesn't. But to you, it does.
Priscilla says she'll take it.
She'll take it. It's okay. I'm not a politician. I'm here to make music.
Absolutely.
But change the world nonetheless.
That's it, man.
There you go.
You got a voice. I mean, you're inspiring thousands of listeners, right? So you got listeners, you got people that follow your music. This is your chance to give them a little bit of piece of who you are and what you think about what's going on in the world, positively, negatively, whatever the case may be. I had a conversation yesterday with Don De Niro, and he's telling me the same thing. Like, hey, listen, I don't think about all those things. This is my thought and my process, and it was beautiful. He has his own beautiful way, and I'm very open-minded, so I like to hear what everybody has to say and come up with a conclusion on my own. You know what I mean? I have my beliefs and thoughts, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to close my mind to what somebody else is thinking or feeling. You know what I mean? Like, you have your way of looking at it. It's a really nice way. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong. You were out there helping those students to realize, hey, we're unity. You're fighting the same thing that everybody else is fighting. You're approaching it differently, but at least you're trying your solution. That's the main thing. You're trying your solution. I may not agree with it 100%, but maybe something I say triggers it, and then you go and you apply that as well.
100%. It's not my solution. It was a workshop that I did.
Of course.
But I definitely agree with you. Like,
no,
I don't
you're
think
doing it, though. You're doing it.
Yeah, I agree.
It's beautiful. There's nothing wrong with it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
You're doing it too.
Appreciate you, man.
I'm sure this is multicultural.
We're going to hug after this?
Off camera.
Okay. I like it. All right, let's get into the last one. Here we go. Ellen announces. You watch Ellen DeGeneres?
I don't, but I definitely watch the Twitter posts that people be making.
Man, I love their show. Anyways, Ellen announces the return of her talk show following allegations of a toxic work environment. She will discuss it on the return of the show. I'm really, really looking forward to hearing what she has to say. She's a very smart woman. And it's tough. It's a tough pill to swallow.
It is.
And nowadays, that with
Your cancel
all the
culture.
crazy things that are happening, exactly, with all the crazy things that are happening, it's a possibility. But at the same time, I mean, do you know everything that your manager is doing?
Do I know everything you're doing? What'd you do last night?
You see what I'm saying?
Yo, I don't. Today I hit her up. I was like, yo, studio session is from 12 to 3. I'm on my way. She's like, oh, okay, well, I'm not going to go, but I'll see you at the podcast. I was like,
she could be screaming to the top of her lungs at your producer, right? He's like, dude, I'm giving him a discount. And you have no idea. And it's like a very hostile environment, but you have no idea because you're focusing on what you have to do.
it really be like that. I have that happen to me a lot where I'm like, why can't you just simply take care of what I need you to take care of? And then I come back and we'll talk and we'll touch base, and then I'll realize that she was in a completely different world situation.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it makes sense. I wouldn't take care of it either.
Yeah.
Type. But as far as Ellen,
he gave you props.
No,
You saw that, right?
yeah.
It was undercover props, but I'm hooking you up, bro. Don't worry. She'll give you a discount.
She does a lot, man. She does a lot. There's a lot of stuff and knowledge that I've definitely put her on, and she's put me onto, and it definitely feels like
It's a mutual thing.
Yeah, and I appreciate that a lot because the one thing that I definitely didn't want to do is put my management into someone that I didn't trust, and I feel like I've built a good relationship in trusting her.
Oh,
Shout out your girl D. Aww.
There it is.
But back to Ellen.
Yeah.
Cancel culture, I think, is definitely not something I agree with. I'm definitely a person that I've made a lot of mistakes in my past, specifically within my finances and relationships, and I've learned from them to the point where I won't ever go back to where I was. But that doesn't mean that it didn't happen, you feel me? But I'm a better person because of those things. So I definitely feel like people can learn from situations. doesn't mean that they were right about what they did. I definitely feel like, I was definitely a bad person.
You felt like you were a bad person?
Not a bad person. I was never a bad person because I've always had a good heart.
Okay, so basically what
but
you're
I
saying
felt like
is
what I was doing
you
was
were
wrong.
you were doing maldadas.
I was doing I was letting my emotions get to the best of me,
Right.
because that's really what happens, is that you get so mad or so into it that you're like, you know what? I know I'm not supposed to mess other people up, but because
You were being a teenager.
Yeah, I was being a teenager. Actually, yeah, because I'm now grown and now I'm like, you know what? I don't have time.
How old are you?
24.
20. You're grown?
Listen.
Bro, let me tell you, it's going to be a long haul, bro. I'm telling you.
I think about this too, because I was really dreading hitting 30, because I felt like once I hit 30.
Why, man? 30's great, bro. There's nothing wrong with 30.
I'm looking forward to 30
don't
now.
Be careful where you're going. You're treading on thin water. This podcast is about to end really soon. Sandy, why are you laughing? You're right there.
Look, I feel like when I was 15, 16, maybe I really thought my life was supposed to be said. I had ideas and goals and things in mind that I threw across because it wasn't really mine. It was something else that somebody else put in my mind, and I thought that was.
You had some toxic relationships. That's what it sounds like, man. Well, let's get down to this.
Yeah,
let's get down to
I'm
this.
not gonna lie.
You want to talk about it?
Nah, I
sure
got
you
my
wanna talk about
therapist
it,
for
bro?
that, man.
You
I
sure
got my
you wanna talk
therapist.
about
We
it?
can talk about some things. We can talk. I'll let slip one thing or two if you can
Alright.
bring it up, but I won't pull it out. But
Good thing. I'm glad you're not pulling it out. That's not where this show's supposed to go.
OnlyFans. If you guys want to follow me on OnlyFans, I've got new subscription for Miami people. If you got your area code 305, $5.
He's throwing in the plug right there. What up to Ariel Confetti?
Find out whether it's explicit or not. I won't tell you. You got to find out.
All right. There it is. There's another plug. He's trying to make money everywhere.
Hey, listen.
He's got that Miami hustle in him. I like it. I like it. He's witty. I like it.
For the record, Cardi B said, yo, I'm going on there for music only. So
Music only. Oh, boy. That should be interesting.
I just follow Cardi B.
You just follow Cardi.
And as far as the OnlyFans.
You sure? For the music?
Yeah. Is that what she says?
No. No.
I'm not going to do it.
It's
Oh,
yeah. Ain't it?
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's... Oh,
Yeah.
There you
okay.
go.
There you go.
there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
She might come after
Yeah,
me.
something. That's probably patented. To be
I
honest.
really think so. She's going to hit one of us up and be like, hey, you forgot to pay your $300 for that.
300. You heard that? 300.
I knew he was going to say something like that.
He grown
I'm
though.
sorry.
He grown. Bro, you don't come onto the host and throw those things out there, man.
I'm sorry. I would like to apologize for coming on. This isn't even my home, man. I took off my shoes and I got really comfortable real quick.
It's all good, bro. It's all good. All right, so late night show. That's what.
Look,
Carla says she's gonna log on to the late night show
in the future,
for your fan OnlyFans.
okay. Hit us up. It's gonna be there.
Oh man.
I'm going on. You got a Wednesday. If that means anything.
Oh man.
No, I'm gonna stop right there.
You're describing your color, bro.
If you want, I want to do a podcast, not
Okay.
a podcast. They
You
want
trying
make
to take my job now,
No,
bro?
I actually was gonna hit you up with a business endeavor. For
Okay,
the future.
all right, here we go. Let's talk business.
All right, look. So, a 30-second pitch. It's gonna be called Poison. It's not gonna be a podcast. It's a talk show. People come on. They have the choice between choosing their poison, whether they want to smoke with me or drink with me, and then we talk about the venomous things or poisonous things about society, the social injustice, what's going on with the world.
Okay.
So then when they come on, you get to see a perspective, like how people are when they're on alcohol versus when they're smoking is very different. Sometimes their minds open up. Some people let loose. You always get to see somebody, and I feel like if you bring very important people, whether they're like political figures or celebrities or people of interest,
Right.
you kind of seeing a different perspective that mostly are kept behind closed doors.
What if they don't have a vice?
Man, if it's eating at the very least, it's
Eating?
Vice City.
Okay. all right.
People got a vice. Everybody, if you know what my bar manager used to tell me is like, if you're straight sober, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. Like you gotta
Michael-
eat something or do something.
Michael says Pablo's a trip. I'm dying over here.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm a little bit of everything. I feel like that's
See?
what Miami is.
You see, you're showing your colors, bro, and everybody's loving it, man.
You did a really good job of
You
that,
see
man.
that?
Like I really, like I said, I'm really impressed I'm blown away by this podcast. I'm really hyped to be here, and I feel
Thank you.
like I checked in the VP one,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna check in the other ones because
Yeah.
this is like really, really funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Appreciate it.
No, I
Wait till you see
appreciate too.
Idalio, bro. You're gonna cry laughing.
I'm actually gonna. Can you put that on the thing and put it on the schedule to
you
check
go.
it out?
Look at that. He's putting you to work. You thought you came here for the fun, to get your fame on the camera, and
She's
now he's
like,
putting you to
"Hi."
work. Can you believe this guy? Double up your premium this month. He's gonna get a discount from his.
She's gonna Google. She's gonna be like, "What's premium?"
He's gonna get a discount from his producer, so he can afford to pay a little bit more.
No, yeah, I'm low key. We're gonna hit that question. I
All
think
right,
you
man.
were talking about
30. All right, so you're giving me your 30 seconds. So we got the Venom, right? That's the name of the show. It's gonna be
That's
called
Poison.
Venom. Poison,
Poison.
excuse me.
'Cause you get to
Poison.
choose your poison.
You get to choose your poison.
You get to choose your poison.
And the theme song is gonna be Poison from Belle Biv DeVoe.
I have to hear it. I've never.
That
I'm not.
girl is poison.
I'll be hearing that in the club.
Poison.
That girl is poison.
There you go. Oh man, look at him, bro. Yeah.
I mess with that song.
Oh
That's
man.
good, man.
Bro,
I'm
bro.
writing it down.
Bro, this guy.
Look,
this
I'm
guy.
on 2.
You're on 2. Yes. You're on 2. Actually 3.
3 strikes.
3. You're on 3.
Listen.
You're on 3. I'm just throwing that out there. You'll hear it on the playback. It's okay, man. It slips. It happens. That's what editing's for. I got you. This is live, but I got you on the editing.
I wasn't gonna say that, but
Let's get into the this or that segment. What do you say?
You can get with this, or you can get
That's
with that.
exactly how it goes. You're going to join me right now. Here we go on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this,
Or you can get with that.
you can get with this,
Or you can get with that.
and this is where it's at.
Over here, pass the mic.
That's it. All right.
305.
Here we go. It's called This or That segment. I'm going to ask you some questions, and everybody else can chime in on the chat line. And basically, you can only choose one, and I'm going to ask you why you chose that. All right? You can't pick both. You have to choose this or that. Question number 1: Kanye West or Kendrick Lamar?
I'm gonna say Kendrick just because where I'm gonna go in my direction and how serious I am about trying to change the world, it goes in that direction. But man, Kanye was very inspirate. I almost said Kanye, but Kanye was
You
very.
said Kenya and you said Inspirant. Maybe you should get rid of some of that poison.
I know. I was just thinking that. I almost came and I smoked before, but I was like, I didn't have enough time to make it. I was like, I gotta make it on time. Making it on time is more important, and I still got here.
I
late.
appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah. You were close to time, but it's all good. I was late today. Can you believe that? We're on episode what? 30?
30.
Two.
What is it?
We're already on season 2.
Season 2?
episode 3.
Season 2, episode 3, and we had what? 15 on the first one, right?
Yes.
All right. So we're not even anywhere near 30, but first one I'm late.
It's okay. There's a first time for everything, and it's Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar. I like it. I like
Lamar.
the choice. Sandy, what do you got?
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick.
Of course.
What about you?
What you got?
Who you loyal to?
I grew up listening to Kendrick.
You grew up listening to Kendrick.
Yeah, but I like what Kanye's doing.
You like what Kanye's going
Yes,
She likes God.
with the religious music.
She likes God.
All right, very good, very good. So are you leaning more towards, because it isn't choose both.
I know.
You could choose both, or you could choose both. No,
Go with Kendrick.
you're going Kendrick. Good choice, good choice. That's who I would go with too as well. Kendrick Lamar, definitely. Oh man, bro, he has a couple albums that I'm just like blown away, and he's a
Yeah.
hell of an artist.
I'll tell you.
ADHD was amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like as an artist, he's very well rounded.
ADHD? No, I think you got that's wrong. He didn't have ADHD. ADHD is
He had ADHD.
he had
It's a song.
Oh
Yeah.
yes. Sorry, I thought you were talking about his album. No, the album
Pimp a Butterfly
ADHD
and,
is gonna be
It's on the
Joyner.
One,
Yeah,
wait.
Joyner. Yeah, Joyner Lucas had a ADHD album.
Oh,
So
okay. I
thought you were talking about the album. I was like, wait, no, you got that backwards. But you're good. You're right.
He had ADHD on Mad City though, right?
Mad City. Mad
Yeah.
City was the best.
I
best,
think so
for
too,
sure.
man.
For sure. That was my favorite, by all means. All right, so here we got everybody choosing in. Is either choice.
They say Kendrick too. I mean, come on.
is neither a choice. That's what Michael said. Michael, you got to pick one, bro. But we got Kendrick Lamar and Kendrick.
What he wanted to say was Kendrick.
That's what he
but
wanted to
He's
say.
like, I can't. Everybody said Kendrick, so no. He's like, I'm not gonna do what everybody said.
Ariel from Confetti and Fog, what's up to you, brother? Big shout out to you. Let's see, playlist or shuffle? It's a tough one.
My shuffle.
Shuffle.
Because if I'm listening to a playlist, it's a playlist I made to listen to what I'm trying to listen to specific. But my shuffle is, I listen to everything. I'll be shuffling to Mac Miller, and then suddenly Lil Wayne, like Fireman's playing, and then I got Frank Sinatra playing.
And then he's doing the Cupid shuffle.
And then, yeah.
Sandy, playlist or shuffle?
I would say shuffle.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
She's got good music. That's
All
why
right.
she's like, I trust my music. I like it. I'm
All right,
good.
Shuffle. What about you?
It's funny because I recently made the switch. I used to be a playlist person, but I gave up on it now.
All right, so she said she used to be a playlist person, but now she has switched it over
Yeah,
to a shuffle.
yeah, like,
Everybody's just doing a shuffle.
She got enough good music to where
Yeah.
she's like, I don't need you.
I'm jumping in my playlist. I have
Oh.
phenomenal playlists.
See?
I have phenomenal playlists. I will shuffle my playlist
There you go.
because my
You
playlists
can't do
are
both.
so awesome. I know I can't do
But
both,
that's how you do
but
both.
I
That's a
chose
loophole.
playlist, and I will shuffle my playlist. See,
I feel
you
it.
see,
Oh,
see.
That's a,
Yeah,
that's a
I'll-
lawyer
You see
answer.
that? I'm always that's out the box right there. Boom. All right. Chinese or Mexican food? We're gonna let everybody catch up.
Chinese. Man, I love Chinese.
Michael, I love his answer already.
Chinese.
Chinese
food.
or Mexican?
Chinese food is really, really good, man. My dad was his staple go-to. My dad used to be a driver before Amazon.
Bro,
was
think
a
about
thing.
them tacos though.
Nah, it was in Texas, so it was Tex-Mex or Chinese, and I definitely
You ever been to Cuello Taco?
I've been to Coyo Taco, but
No?
Coyo charges me like $20 for like one taco.
Not fire.
It's not. The back room in Coyo on Wynwood is fire. You
Okay.
know, with the DJs. Shout out my girl DJ Luna.
Okay.
Shout out to Rob. He DJ'd over there too.
100.
There you go.
All right. So, is it gonna be the taco or is it going to be the chopsticks?
La Totone. Homemade food.
Homemade food. Come on, bro.
No, not bad. It's gonna be the chopsticks, bro.
Chopsticks. Chinese.
Hell.
Going with Chinese.
Yeah, Chinese all the way. There's this place. Look, if si tú quieres bueno, bonito y barato, go to US 1 and 17. There's this place called Peking's. They've got $5.
Peking's.
It'll fill you up like.
Is that
3
how you
times.
really say it, or is it
It's-
like ping
you know,
pingins
it could
or
be-
something?
yeah, bro.
And
It's
you-
in
and
Chinese
you-
letters, and on the top it says Peking's, and that's how I say it because
It's probably called Pekins or
yeah,
something
it's
like
probably
that.
called Peking's. I'm not gonna lie, but
And he highly ended up real quick. Pekins. Oh yeah, have you been to Pekins? You get a plátano maduro with a fried rice. That's amazing, bro.
yo, bro, one of my friends, his name is Eddie, actually.
And the fortune cookie, let me tell you.
That's exactly-
Let me tell you. You throw a little cholula and you got the best Chinese food in the world.
He hit me up one day. I used to go through my struggles, and he'd be like, bro, yo te compro plato ahí en Pekín, bro. Un plato asado de arroz frito y te dejan cantar. Like, straight up. And,
Oh,
and
man.
I'm not gonna lie, it's $3.
Does the fried rice have beans?
You got, I'm gonna put these people on. They should be paying.
Pekins.
You got green peas, you got carrots, you got
Okay.
Chinese, you got chicken, you got shrimp,
Okay.
you got veggies,
Mhm.
and you get your egg roll on the side. And if you really want to spice it up and make it fancy, add some fried wontons. That's what I like to do.
Done. That's it.
That's it. Where's
You know what you know what I do for Chinese? Ham fried rice.
ham fried rice is really good.
Ham,
Pork.
not ham. You know what I mean? Ham fried rice. I do ham fried rice, and I grab the table noodles, right? So those are those little like stringy, like
The crispy ones.
Yeah, right. So my daughter calls them French fries. So I put those on top. But before I do that, I put a little soy sauce and I mix it all up, right? But if they put green peas in my ham, it's not a good Chinese spot. It's gotta be you know the string noodle,
I know which one.
Thing, right.
They're fried.
and then the egg, the
They
ham,
got eggs.
the
onions.
the onions, bro.
Come on.
And you put that with the crispy on top, and you just get in my mouth. Just amazing.
You're now tuning in to Pass the Mic on
Yeah.
.305
Like
Kings Radio.
later on, we're gonna do that ASMR, and we're while you guys listen to us eat Chinese food. All right, so you chose Chinese food. Sandy,
Mexican food.
you a taco girl?
Hell yeah.
Hola, taco. I want my tacos. Give
She's
me my
like-
tacos.
She's like, yo,
Taco, taco,
Taco
taco.
Tuesday. She's like, bring it back.
Yeah, but you know what her type of taco is? Taco Bell. Guaranteed. You've never had like a crazy, like, good taco.
When's the last time you went to Taco Bell?
Well, Cantina Grill serves some really good tacos too.
Cantina Grill.
She hit you with Cantina Grill.
I know.
Do you know what that is?
I do. It's right around the corner.
I've heard of it, but I've never gone.
Yeah.
Can't lie. What? Oh, there's this place now that I think about, the bus place, Wawa. Have you ever heard of Wawa? It was by
Yeah, the gas station.
there's a
No, se me fue la guagua.
there's a place in Miami called Wawa. I think it's called Wawa. It's a taco place, Mexican food, and it's right next to FIU. I could be wrong. I could be butchering it, but I'm Google it. It's right next to FIU, the main.
We're gonna
campus.
Google it. The biggest snitch in the building. Google.
Google. He's like, I'm gonna let you know exactly where they are.
All right. So what are you choosing? Chinese or Mexican? Chinese all the way. She didn't even think about it.
It's that good.
Then again, you had like 30 minutes to decide because this is
Yeah.
the longest segment of this or that. You know what? For me, there's nothing better than MSG, bro. But
Thai.
tacos, man, tacos, they have to fight. So I'm gonna go with tacos only because I have more variety.
You don't think,
That's it.
I mean, yeah. you
I'm going with
kinda-
tacos because it has more variety. I got the rice, I got the beans, so tacos. And there's nothing better than tacos for an X-Lax, bro.
But King's gonna give you a good variety, man. They
Yeah. Chinese food will back you up. Mexican food will clear you out.
got. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that's so true.
Am I right, Sandy?
Chipotle.
Yeah, bro, you clear a room real quick.
Chipotle is my
No,
life.
don't
I used to
ever,
work at
never,
Chipotle.
never again. Never again.
I used to get it for the free, man.
Is that before or after the E. coli?
Definitely way before that. The E. coli happened right when I left.
All right. Well, we're not getting sponsored by Chipotle, that's for sure.
Yeah, they're not.
Let's listen to some of the answers here. We got Chinese food, Mexican. Estefania.
Who said Mexican?
Estefania said Mexican.
She
She just like somebody I know. Michael's cracking up. He's having a good old time over there. Honey chicken is my favorite. So I'm assuming you're saying Chinese
Yeah.
because I haven't had a honey chicken taco. That'd be interesting.
Some honey sesame.
That might be at the Pekins, let me tell you.
Hey, they're gonna be on the Asian fusion.
All right. Light sleeper or heavy sleeper?
It really depends on what I need to do for the day, but I definitely
But
say light
this or
sleeper.
that. What would you rather? Would you rather have a light sleep or would you have a heavy sleep?
I'd rather have a heavy sleeper as a wife just so I could wake up and not have to deal with anything, but I'm a light sleeper. Because you said what I'd rather have.
Okay, so you're a light sleeper?
I'm a light sleeper.
Light sleeper. Sandy,
I think light sleeper.
light sleeper?
She knows it's dangerous calling. She's out.
I'm a heavy sleeper, so when it comes to my cat, like I react.
She's a heavy sleeper, but what was that? What was the
When
last?
it comes to my cat, because I'm like a mom. So
'Cause
if
it-
I hear her cry, then it wakes me up. It only wakes me
Because of your cat?
up. Yeah. Like my cat cries a lot in the morning. It's an issue I have.
It-
But
She hasn't neutered her. Neuter your cat. You won't ever deal
the
with
cat
that.
cries in the morning?
yeah, like she wants attention. So like.
Well, stop waking up at 1 and it won't be the morning anymore. Cat's hungry, bro.
Bro.
She waking up at 11 o'clock. The cat's like, feed me!
No, but for the most part, I'm a heavy sleeper. Except
You're a heavy sleeper. Yeah, apparently not as the cat. The cat's like, yo, feed me, dude.
It's like at the very
Stop
least.
sleeping.
it's annoying.
Does the cat do the slapping in the head?
No, I wish. Like I really wish I was loved that much by her.
She's like, I love you enough to annoy you, but not
She
enough
said-
to really give you the affection.
She
you
said,
want.
I wish the cat loved me that much.
I wouldn't be as mad if she did that.
That's funny. That's funny. For me, I'm such a light sleeper that I wish I could be a heavy sleeper. So I'm going to go with heavy sleeper.
He's ready, man.
Yeah. I'm ready to get a good night's rest. I'm
I
ready.
feel that, dude.
You know?
I haven't for the last 2
Like,
days.
Where's my boom sign? There it is. All right. Michael says light sleeper, but wish I was a heavy sleeper. So you're just like me, Michael. It's all good. Carter says light sleeper.
Why are you clicking? I don't get to do that.
You can touch it. Go ahead, touch
I
it.
don't think I did a good enough job. There you go. See?
You chose bats.
I'm Batman.
All right, Robin. All right. Learn magic or time travel? I'm assuming learn magic for you because that was not a magical moment right there.
Look, here's the thing about magic. there's a loophole. So if you know magic, you could time travel because the time traveling happens in the magic of the moment.
Okay, he's getting philosophical. All right. Disney. All right. And you had a troubling youth?
I had a troubling youth, but
he must have been watching Degrassi. That's why.
My youth was so grim, dark, edgy that I was like, I gotta smile enough to get through it.
Yeah.
So
you
now
needed
I'm
some
like-
Mickey ears.
I needed some Disney.
All right, that's what's up, man. I'm
Hey,
trying to
man.
get sponsored by Disney. Don't worry about it. We'll keep it happy. Disney.
I'm gonna take over Disney.
Yeah.
One day they're gonna get bought out.
Sooner or later, I'll have a fast pass here. You could just come in, come out. That type of whole thing. It'd be like Walmart. Except with all the lines are open and there's a cash register open. Wouldn't that be amazing? That would be a Disney magical thing.
Yo, my friends went to Epcot the other day and they were drinking around the world.
Yeah. That's like a thing.
Yeah, but during COVID. That's the thing.
I mean, this is like the best time to actually drink around the world. It's cheaper.
That's valid.
And you're always keeping constant alcohol, which is cleaning your system. It is getting those antibodies to fight.
Alcohol will sanitize you 99.9% of the time.
There you go.
There you go.
You heard it here first. Pablo told you. And if that can't fix you, then the pequeño will.
Or
Sandy.
aguardiente.
Aguardiente. Sandy,
Learn magic.
learn magic. Yeah? What would be your trick? To
All of them.
disappear.
Disappearing.
I figured. I knew you were going with that one. Magic?
Yeah, magic. I don't want to time travel.
You don't want time travel?
You want to time travel?
You just, I don't want to mess up the
She's
world.
talking about the greater responsibility, Spider-Man.
Look at that.
Spider-Woman.
Look at that. All right. Time travel or magic? I definitely going with magic on that one. For sure. Like, the limitless ideas I have in this horrible brain of mine. Can you imagine?
I didn't say that.
You've heard me for just a few moments. Can you imagine what I would come up with as a magician?
Name one.
You don't want to hear it.
He'd create a mic.
Yeah. I'd levitate you the hell out of here. That would be quick.
Swingardian Leviosa. Not
What?
Leviosa.
I would magically make this show amazing.
It is amazing. This show's funny.
All right. Road trip or plane ride? If you think this is funny, you got to hear the morning show tomorrow.
Dude, I'm going to.
Road trip or plane ride?
On the road trip, I can listen to the morning show.
There it is.
I'm seeing it on the camera.
There it is.
There it is.
Yep. Can we get a thumbs up on the camera, Sandy? Sandy, road trip or plane ride?
Plane ride.
Why? Interesting.
Being up
Curious.
in the air and seeing the view.
Okay. You get more of a view on a road trip, though.
Yeah, but when you've rarely gone on a plane, you get excited on a
I mean,
plane
I've never seen a cow when I'm on the plane.
Yeah, you have.
No, that's usually in first class. That Too soon? Too soon. Here we
I
go.
didn't say that. But if you go on a plane, you can see the patches of fields and all stuff. You just get like a little, ant view.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. Like, road trips are pretty cool.
And they were that.
I like the plane for the simplicity and the quick
right?
ride.
That's what I was thinking she was going
But-
to say.
But she said for the view.
I know.
Oh, that's right. You're big into like space. So she's like a NASA freak. So anytime that she can get closer to the stars, it's like,
Exactly.
okay. All right, I got it.
Hit
All
up
right.
Tesla.
I figured it out for you. Don't worry. What about you?
I'd say road trip. 'Cause
Road trip.
I wouldn't be the one driving.
Because you wouldn't be the one driving. Oh, drive Miss Daisy, huh? Look at
I've
that,
been driving
huh?
Miss Daisy.
Look at that. She gonna Uber anywhere she wants to go.
Yo, did you get that from Logic or did Logic get that from somewhere else?
What?
The driving Miss Daisy?
No, that's a show
That's
from
a
back
sh-
in the 60s, 70s. Can one of you guys help me out here?
Not me.
Oh, what up? JP. JP, what up, bro? Johan. So, like real magic
Put it
or
on.
like Harry Potter or card trick type? JP, you choose, bro. You choose. You tell me which one you want to go with. We'll go with whatever one you want to go with. We'll choose that. All right. Shout out to JP. Two's Enough Podcast, man. Make sure you guys check him out. Two's Enough Podcast. JP doing amazing thing, making you laugh, keeping you entertained out there. Big shout out to you and your family, man. So yeah, you could choose whatever Harry Potter magic you wanted to do. I know that you're all about that, putting on that costume and getting out there and doing your thing. I feel you. It's cool, bro. You can show your true colors.
I can rap right now on Harry Potter.
Go ahead, hit us up. Do it, bro. See, if you're gonna put stuff out there like that, you're gonna I'm gonna put you on the spot. That's how it works.
To you, my school may look like I'm bottle of trouble, but that's I don't know.
I don't know, bro. You said you were Batman. Here you go. I'm gonna there's your Batman transition. There it is. You see, you don't know what I have up in here, bro. You you don't know what I have in here.
I forgot how it went. He was like,
You're gonna go again?
I'm gonna try it one more time,
You're
and
gonna
I'm
try
gonna
one more
cut it
time.
off. Like, at least say the part out.
All right.
To you, my school may look like Apollo rubble, but I'm sorry to say that's because you's a muggle. You may have a school bus, but I have a school train. I forgot the rest. It was like an old thing that I watched on Harry Potter.
Okay.
Not mine.
All right.
Not my material.
All right. Not bad. I get it. I rated a 4.
It was. You know what? I'm not even gonna say it. But if you Google it on YouTube.
There you go.
But
Google it.
Google it on YouTube.
It's probably on Los Peaches films. All right, Sandy. Oh, no. We already did Sandy. So here we go. For me, it's going to be road trip. For sure. I
Road
don't
trip
know.
for sure.
I don't know, road trip. I'm going road trip. All right. Toilet paper, under or over?
Over.
You know what we're talking about. We're not talking about when you wipe.
I'm still over.
Okay. All right. Cool. Either way, it's over. Now that that was another Idalio moment right there. He said, no matter what, it's over.
It's over.
That's funny. I got. Can you give us a demonstration of how wiping over is done? Okay.
So you want to go over this part, and you just go.
Oh,
over.
okay. So you go front to back? I mean, back to front?
I heard stay away. You feel me? So you stay away from.
So you don't go from the back, you go from the front like this?
Nah, I mean, look. If this is the front and this is the back, I'm
Right.
starting off in the back, but I'm starting down here and I'm
Uh-huh.
pulling away.
Okay.
So I'm over it.
Got it. All right. That's normal. I would hope. I don't know. Sandy? Is that normal?
Under.
That's
over.
normal, right? Okay, is that normal? You think? You don't know?
She's like, I've been doing. The
You
wrong
got
thing."
somebody to do that for you too? What is going on here? You don't analyze. You just do. Okay, all right. Just make Everybody's saying over. All right, so the toilet paper is basically over. We went way out left field on that one. All right, so the toilet paper being over, not under.
I think if you do it under, you just want to go against the grain.
I never knew that it was a thing.
It is.
Like
Yes.
they always told me just refill the toilet paper. I didn't know I had to put it a certain
I
way.
haven't worked as a janitor yet, man.
No, but in the military, we always had to just clean
You were
the
in the- you-
bathrooms.
you were
and
in the
everything.
military?
Yeah, I was in the military. 5 years.
Thank you for your service.
I appreciate that. Don't thank me though. Thank those that didn't come back home. Those are the guys you gotta thank.
Yeah. I feel like we were on such a laughable podcast.
okay,
and I
man.
Can't, like,
It's
I'm like,
cool.
where do I go with that? Like,
So, over, right? Over versus under. You're sitting here breaking my toys. That's fine. So over versus under. Why? Can somebody explain to me why you have to put the paper over versus under? If I wrap my hand like this, I'm still getting the inside. What does it matter?
I think
Sometimes it's just like a force of habit.
It's a force of habit. So but there's no logic to why it has to be over.
I think
Because if I have it over, now I'm wrapping above my hand versus under my hand.
because
Do you wrap your hand or you guys just grab the paper and bunch it up and put it on your
If
culo?
you replace your toilet paper, you're gonna be like.
Like, do you wrap the paper around your hand or is that just me?
I wrap it around my head.
You wrap it around your hand. What about you? Because now I'm curious to see what you got to say.
I keep my hand far away from getting anywhere near it. I definitely do the little folds, like I guess.
Okay, so
can't see
you
on-
pull it out and then you just like kind
Yeah, I'd be folding it so it
You
has
fold
it's,
it
it's
before-
layered like a tiramisu.
it never goes around your hand. It kind of just folds
folded.
and then you cut it.
And then
How do you do the perforated cut? Do you just pull or do you just like
You do it with a nuts. You pull it. It
You
just
pull.
cleanly comes off.
And it cleanly comes out.
And
What
every-
happens
every
if it
now and-
catches and then it just
Every now and then you get a little bit of extra paper, but you know what? It's better to be safe than sorry.
got it? So you don't buy the double quilted. If you notice in our bathroom, we have pretty decent toilet paper.
I didn't use the bathroom for that
Okay.
today.
All right. Cool. Just in case. Letting you know.
Trick question.
There you go. What about you? Do you fold it around your hand? You don't. You do the folding thing too?
I do fold it. I fold it nice and compact,
Got it.
But I don't wrap it around my hand. It's kind of gross.
No. It's gross. Why? It's
Damn, you
clean
just-
paper.
It's
Because I don't like. I just
I don't get it.
They're not. Like, I just,
No. So it's
It's like,
it's
nah.
it's yucky to wrap it around your. So I'm a yucky person apparently.
no, it's yucky for me. But
It's yucky for it's okay for me.
What about Mike?
Okay, you're so nice. She's so kind. Look at her. She's like, no. If it offends you, it's fine. It's cool what you do. You nasty. You nasty.
What is it that it's a movement? It's a thing now, like being politically correct. Well, but there's like a phrase or something.
She's
for
trying
it.
not to cancel culture me, is what she's trying to do. But after this show, she's like, you're never coming
Isn't that
back.
crazy that you have to think about that? Like when you say things that you're like, well, don't. say
She
that.
put that in the calendar while you were telling her to put which episode to watch, but never come back.
She's
So
like,
she
watch
put-
out for this. No, I'm really grateful that you sent me this list because that's the number one thing I was thinking about. I was like, yo, like. what-
Yeah, man. We try to be professional here, but once you get on the show, it's
Yeah, no,
that
but
goes out the
yeah,
window,
yeah.
obviously.
Because it's a different
As you
vibe.
can see.
Can you throw this on my live stream?
All right, let's go ahead. Let's go on to the next one. Let's see if anybody wrote anything on YouTube. No, we got quiet watchers on YouTube. Michael says, I agree with the girls. I fold mine too.
I'm not a girl.
Michael, do you? Mike. Okay, Michael, let me just rephrase. All right, so that was a
Women
good-
empowerment.
That
though.
was a good catch. I didn't catch that. Sandy wraps it around her hand, and Pablo and his man. What's your name? I'm sorry.
D.
D. That's right. D. D. They both fold it. So Pablo, the female, he obviously
Pablita.
Pablita folds it as well. All right. So I'm just gonna clarify that. I know that we're not supposed to go into genders, but
We're gender
Just-
fluid over here now with
just
everything.
just letting you know, Pablo is actually a male, from my understanding.
I determine. What was it?
I identify as
There you go. I identify as a he,
okay,
as a his,
and I approve this message.
and I.
All right, no, I agree with D and Pablo. Then, all right, we're good. That's been clarified. Everything has been
We've
clarified.
been sponsored, guys. 2032. Expect me to
Hopefully,
run.
Charmin will now clarify whether or not we've been using the toilet paper the right way. 'Cause apparently, you could do something with the tube, according to YouTube, that we've
You
never
don't even.
known.
You don't even need toilet paper if you have a bidet.
A bidet.
A bidet.
There you go. But if you want to call it a bidet, that's cool, bro.
I'm a millennial.
Yeah.
Hey.
Badoo doo. It badoo doo your doo doo. I thought Sandy folded too. My bad. Nope. Sandy wraps it. I'm a rapper, bro. I just wipe, fold, wipe,
Straight
fold,
bars.
wipe, throw in the toilet. Done. And then I grab a wipey. I'm a wipey guy. I like wipies. It makes me feel clean.
Clean.
Are you a wipey guy?
I actually am. Not gonna lie.
You're a wipey guy? D?
You know,
Like
like,
baby
those,
wipes.
Yeah, the baby wipes.
Yeah. So wait, you would
You
use
have
them, but
to.
you don't go and buy them.
No.
No.
Like, when I go to the people's houses and I see that they don't have toilet paper, but they have wipes. They only
Right.
have baby wipes. So I'm like,
From,
okay.
you don't
No,
do
I do both.
I do both.
I do both.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I
But
start
you-
with paper and then I end with wipes.
That's
We're
like
bougie.
really hygienic. I feel like we should-
It's super hygienic.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I mean bidets are definitely the way to go.
Do you know what
but
that is?
A bidet?
It's the
I think
it's not the sink for the bathroom. It's like, oh man, they put two toilets. Why'd they put two toilets?
Yo, when I moved into
All right, so the two toilet thing is basically it's water that shoots up, and that's like the cleanest, most sanitized way. It just
it resets you.
it's a sprinkler for your booty.
It's like showering, but not showering.
I like, yeah, I get it.
She's like, I like that.
I've been raised to use that. I use it, but I
Right.
never grew around that. So
You never
I'm
grew
like,
around
why would I use that? I have other ways.
Filipinos use a tabo. Filipinos use a tabo, which is
The same thing.
it's like a little bucket, like a little it's just like a little kind of
They-
bowl thing, and they
they-
just splash it.
They use a bucket and you got agua, but it's a dump it in, and then you empty the bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
He was like,
What guy carries wipes with him?
I don't carry a wipes.
Bro,
but
you don't have that in your emergency kit?
I live
man?
with women. Women.
Michael,
always
listen,
carry
we're going to have to talk about your emergency kit, okay? Whenever you go to a party, you need to have wipes with you. Because let's say you go, right? And you do the do. You want to be fresh down there. And the only way to be fresh is to be Charmin fresh. And then afterwards, be baby fresh. Want that smooth, clean booty? That's the way to do it, bro. Apparently, I've been wrapping my hand the wrong way. And putting the paper on the wrong way. But I am sanitized clean. And then I wash my hands and I sanitize. That's how it works, bro. All right, let's go into trending fun topics. Inner questions. All right, if you could only listen to one genre of music, what would it be? Only one, bro. Only one.
hip hop.
Hip hop. Old school or new school?
It's only one. I feel like hip hop in general is broad enough to cover all of that.
Okay. All right, cool. Cool. All right. What was your favorite cartoon as a kid?
Bugs Bunny.
Like it. Good choice. With your bank account right now, where can you travel to? The Wawa.
Hey, I'll have you know I'm going to Boston on the 20th to the 31st.
The 20th or 31st. All right.
I'm going to go record. I'm going to go meet up a boy. We're working on a project. We finished everything. He's like, just come down. I'll cover all the expenses. All you got to cover is a plane ticket. I'm like, you know what? A plane ticket is only $60. I'm on my way.
Nice.
So right now I could travel anywhere, bro. Like,
Dope. Love it. Where would you go?
I want to go to Europe. That's the one place I haven't gone. I want to see what's the hype, you know. Let me see
Yeah.
the history. A ver qué tal.
Okay.
You know, I want to go to Portugal. I want to go to Spain. I want to
Nice.
talk some French. Au revoir. Bonjour.
Michael says freestyle. That would be his music go-to.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I agree with that because I've seen some really creative freestyles. Like if you put a beat off.
No, he's talking about the genre freestyle. The 80s, 90s genre freestyle. Like Stevie B.
I didn't even know that was is that when electric music was being mixed in when like Gloria Estefan was doing all that stuff with like
Gloria Stefan's a crossover. So no, Gloria Stefan wouldn't be. It would be like Debbie D, African Bambaataa, Stevie B, Johnny O. I mean, I can keep going. You want me to play some for you? I'll play some for you. Here you go. I'll put some on so that maybe you know, bro. Stevie B is really popular here in Miami.
Yeah, I was like Stevie B sounds like somebody.
But
I've
instead
heard
of him, I'm gonna put one that you probably will know, and I'm gonna put some Planet Patrol.
I've heard of Planet Patrol too.
All right, Patrol, and I'm gonna make everybody happy. Which we're probably gonna get kicked off of YouTube for doing this because it's copyright. But
Play it at your own risk, man.
yeah, that's it.
That's
All
it.
right, so that's like freestyle. What's that? Yeah, I know. I
You
just
took
played
it off.
a very small snippet, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Yeah. So yeah, 80s freestyle. That's what he's about.
Damn,
All right, 80s freestyle.
you have a Batman's transition.
If your house had to be decorated with only one color, what would it be?
It would be dark because I'm the Dark Knight.
You'd paint it black,
No, I painted blue to be honest.
dark blue, light blue, baby blue.
Just blue because you know
Blue.
what? I could do I could do a baby blue to give it some aesthetics. I could do like a
but the
teal.
whole house is baby blue, so it's gonna look like Blue's Clues over there.
You said one color.
Yeah, the whole house.
But blue is broad enough to be a bunch of different colors. I
No.
really thought about this question and how to loophole this
Right.
question.
No, you
man.
can't loophole that question. It's blue. You chose blue.
It's gray. I'm gonna do gray.
You're gonna go with gray.
I'm gonna do
You
gray.
changed your mind.
I changed my mind.
You don't want to be Blue's
I want
Clues.
to do Blue's Clues anymore.
All right,
man.
cool. If you could only have one app on your phone, what would it be? Tinder. OnlyFans.
I never said this. I never disclosed this information.
All right, what app?
Instagram,
Instagram? Instafame?
InstaFame.
All right.
I feel like I
No Instagram.
I have a strong following on InstaFame. You know, I
That
could
would
do a
be the
lot.
one app.
I could build off of InstaFame.
I would probably choose
YouTube, Facebook.
no, one of my stock apps. One of my stock apps.
Which one?
Um
And why?
This is my show, bro. No, that's hard, bro. Because
I feel
the
that.
stock app or Spotify. I like Spotify too. So.
Oh.
Uh,
Yeah, I definitely would go with Spotify.
Oh, look, Michael said Spotify. And he said he would paint his house blue as well. Michael's your best friend, man.
Yo, I know, Michael. Yo, follow me on Instagram, man. I'll follow you right back.
There it is. Michael says he only does the doo-doo at his home. Makes sense.
I know a lot of people like that. I had a friend of mine that he really had to go, and he was like, yo, I got to go home. And I really questioned. I was like, bro, if you're lying, you just got to go. You want to go somewhere else, just go, bro. But I was like, I have a bathroom.
That's why I like going, like, if I have to go out in public, it's Starbucks because they have a bathroom by itself. You don't have to sit around everybody else. See? There you go. I just gave you the plug.
He used to work there.
So for me, the app, yeah, you know what? It's either Robinhood or Spotify, one of the two. Robinhood or Spotify.
I'm actually
I think
just getting into Robinhood.
I think I can get more money
Off of Robinhood?
off of Robinhood.
Has it worked well for you? Because my friend just sent me the link, and I'm like,
It's
I don't
only
even
as
know.
good as you choose and as educated as you get. So it's like anything else.
Valid.
It's only as good as you put effort into it.
That was the answer the universe wanted me to hear.
There you go. Michael says definitely. All right. If you could star in any TV show, this is a question for you, bro. So this is we're going to where you want to be. If you could star in any TV show throughout history, what would it be and who would you be? Any show in history.
Can it be a movie? Just shows.
Show. The question says show. Any show. I know my answer already.
I would be in Degrassi, and I would take Drake's part so that I could. I just thought about this. I was like, "Oh my god!"
I told you that was the show he was watching.
No, I was. I've never in my life. I promise you, I've never watched Degrassi.
But yet you know Drake was in it.
Well, yeah, because he was a wheelchair. The number one thing I heard was, "Yo, that's a wheelchair boy." When he first came off with October's Very Own, and he did "Gone Too." I got put onto Drake. I think it was "Gone Too Soon." And Teen Wolf and all that was being on, and they were like, "Yeah, he's a kid from Degrassi, blah 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 blah." My friend Jasenia was like, "Yeah, blah 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 blah," and I listened and I was like,
Yo, when that dropped, you were like in elementary school?
I was
Middle
going
school?
into 10th grade. I had just tried my first bit of bud.
Okay. All right. There you go, parents. Lock up your kids at 10th grade.
I mean, 9th grade, going into 9th grade, even
Yeah.
sooner. Fuck up your kid before.
For me, I would be last man standing, Tim Allen.
Damn.
Bam.
Is Tim Allen still alive?
Bro, go to the corner. Go to the corner.
Disrespectful for him.
Go to the corner. The disrespect here, Sandy. You believe these kids?
I'm
And he
sorry.
says, and he
Yo,
says
I'm-
he's grown, bro.
I
You
feel
believe
like
this?
You were doing well.
I know. I was like, I've done
He
such
was
a
on
good
a roll.
job.
Like I was like, you know what? He's doing great. You know, he's having fun, and then he killed it,
I was thinking of Woody Allen.
bro. You know what?
She doesn't know who Woody
Get out.
Allen
Just get out. Just get out.
is. Woody Allen or Tim Allen? Make your choice.
He said, "I just sent you the following request on Instagram, Pablo." Boom! There you go. I'm getting you followers.
There you go. Hey, this is a blessing.
Send me my cut.
Stay-
What's your
stay
most
blessed.
What's your most embarrassing public experience?
Professionally or unprofessionally?
Doesn't matter. The most. He's really analyzing these questions. I love it.
I'm gonna mention this one because it happened recently, and I'm backing it up. I'm talking my ish, and I'm backing it up. But I went to this place, so I got invited to go to perform at this venue this Monday. The guy invited me. Said it's $20 to perform. I said I don't pay to perform because I do events and I put people on, and I never charge my artists to perform. And so I said, I'm not going to pay to perform, but I'll bring you people. How many do you want me to bring? He said, bring me 6 to 5 people. I brought 5. I brought my people. I came on. The door lady questioned me. Then I told her who I was. I showed her the text message. She didn't doubt me. I bought her a beer. I went to the venue. I chilled. Prior to me going on, I don't know why, one of my boys was talking to the door lady. He told me to come in. She's like, oh, the host comes and he's like, oh, it's $20 for each of you and your boys to come on and perform. I'm like, bro, the people from this venue told me that I can do it like this. I called in prior and I confirmed, and that's why I'm here with the 5 people that I brought. Like, I'm not gonna pay to perform. I don't. He was like, oh, I'm gonna let it slide this time. So the rest of the night went fine. I bought drinks. I supported the bar. You know, I gave the DJ my music. I did my whole thing. You know, I'm professional. Like, I came onto this podcast. I'm professional about things. When I'm coming on, this man goes and he goes, oh, where you from? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm in Broward. He's like, oh, where you from? I'm like, Miami. He's like, all right, so we gonna see this Miami kid and what he got who couldn't pay $20. We gonna see if he's about it. Blah, blah, blah. He started trying me on stage, bro. Like,
Oof.
yeah. And
So
I was
embarrassing.
yeah, because I wanted to swing at him, and I was like, I can't swing at him because I was like, that's not the wisest choice that I could be making. So everything in my body was like, be professional, figure out the smartest route, and get out of the situation. But everything in my bones was like, yo, like, you're being tried on stage right now. And there was like a good 30 people in there that I was like, all eyes were on us, and they're all just looking at me like, what are you gonna say? And I was just like, yo, and it got
awkward.
Yeah, I honestly blanked out for most of it because I was just so red hot that I blacked out. But I didn't black out. I pretty much just told them, I was like, yo, I was like, handle this. I was like, people handle this for you. Like, I'm not about to do this. And I was like, play the music. And then whatever, I played my music. I did my set. I ended up getting a lot of respect from a lot of people there. My boy, and this is like a short story short, because my boy ended up jumping in at one point because he was like, oh, you don't know about the venue costs and all this other stuff. I was like, bro, come to Miami. I was like, I host my own shows. I work with the venue. I pay the costs. I do everything that you're doing. Plus, I make my own music, and I know front ends. And I was like, the whole reason I got so intimate about this because
I see that. He feels some type of way. You saw that? He went from talking like this to, yo, let me tell you about this.
So I get so intimate about this because I've only ever paid to perform once, and it's the whole reason that I do my own shows and that like I perform and do venues and stuff like that is because I was like, nah, I'm never gonna pay again, and I'm not gonna have people around me pay to perform, especially most of these people. It's a scam, bro. Like, they pay to perform in front of a bunch of other artists that really don't care about you. And where I was like, I'd rather just invest my money into the venue, pay what I gotta pay, and then if I get some good artists that are around my music, we can all bring a bunch of people that are gonna like the same sound, and we're all gonna profit and benefit. Well, I was like, that's a better idea. So I started doing that. That's what got me into doing shows. So then I was like, in this situation, he was like, oh, you don't know about venue costs and all that stuff. And I was like, bro, I know about this. Like, I've been invested in my own stuff. Like, and I was like, whatever. I was like, you a Broward guy. I was like, just play the music and we're going to let it talk.
Right.
And he was like, oh, and I told him, I was like, come to Miami. I was like, I'll put on any of your artists. You can look at my social medias. Like, it backs it up itself. And so I'm going to go on Monday with like 20 deep and just shut them up.
Dope.
But it was a very embarrassing moment because I got really heated and I really wanted to tell him something and fight him, even though like I'm a non-confrontational, which is why I didn't confront him like that. But in that moment, I just felt like, yo, my artistry was tried and who I was tried, and I'm not even on my home turf.
Right.
And it really got to me. So that was really an embarrassing moment because I feel like,
especially all for $20.
Type. Oh, and he was like, yo, and the funny thing is that I hope he's listening to this podcast, but he goes, oh, these people bought a bottle. And then at the end of my set, he goes, yeah, the people that be bringing in their own bottles, you can't be doing that, and blah, 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 blah. I was like, you sound so stupid right now. Like, so that situation got me really heated. And I felt really
I could feel it.
It was really embarrassing.
The energy shifted in this room. Would you like to go to get some Chinese?
If you're down, I'll pay for some Chinese for the trouble, bro. Long story, I just felt really embarrassed because I had brought people in there and I really wanted to put my best foot forward, and I had a plan that I wanted to execute, and it really threw me off.
I think you handled it properly, to be honest. I think that was the right move for you because honestly, you're getting your feet wet in this industry, and you don't want to splash waves where you don't need to. Even though that's not the professional way, later on down the road, you can come back to that venue and say, hey, listen, this was, brought in properly, but I'm here to show you that I support no matter what, whether I'm big or small.
We ended up networking with the owner of the venue, so we're gonna work with him.
Look at that.
Type.
Look at that.
Type. So everything works out for
every action that you take turns into a different action.
I really feel like I came out winning out of that situation, to be honest.
There you go. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. So you're still heated and worked up about it, but it all turned out good, man.
Yeah, man. I was just.
Yo, I gotta introduce this kid to
Don
Don De Niro. I think that would be like,
negative into a positive.
yeah, I think that he would be very inspirational for you. Very.
I'm about,
He
man.
just did a track with Richie Rich, and it was great. So
I'll listen to it if it's out.
this Saturday,
I'll be.
I don't know if I could talk about it, but this Saturday we're gonna be dropping some stuff. So just be
Okay.
on the lookout.
I will be on the lookout. Put it on the calendar.
Dun, 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 dun.
Is that the one with Richie?
Yeah, that's the one with Richie. Pablo, brother, I appreciate you coming on to the podcast. We had a phenomenal time with you. We got to learn a lot about you. Make sure you follow Pablo and his music, Pablito.305. That's Pablito.305. Or you could chime in on him on, what is that, WhatsApp or Instagram? Spotify, excuse me. Pablo Grand. Sorry, the screen's a little far. Pablo Grand. Make sure you check him out there. Oh, there it is. Pablo Grand. Make sure you check out his music and, of course, that track Ella and everything else that he's got dropping. He's on every single platform. Make sure you check him out. He's doing some great work. Congratulations to you. I wish you much success. Thank you for coming on to Pass the Mic podcast, man.
Thank you. I feel blessed to be here. I look forward to watching this and then seeing where this goes, and then coming back in another 3 years and being like,
3 years. You got to follow up in a year, bro. At least at bare
I
minimum.
mean, I'm gonna follow up, but I mean, looking back in 3 years and being like, yo, we made it.
Yeah.
And like all of this is like,
And we'll talk about if you've changed your lifestyle with the toilet paper.
and then we'll go back and we'll be like, put that video back of the first time you came on board. I'll still be
man.
over.
That's awesome. Well, thank you again for coming out. It's been a pleasure and a real honor to have you on the show. And we hope to see you really soon.
Thank you. I look forward to coming back.
You got it. All right, this is Pass the Mic Podcast. My name is Eddie G, your host for each and every Thursday. 5 p.m. is a new time for those of you that are just tuning in. Make sure you check us out on YouTube, www.youtube.com/Pass the Mic Podcast. Or you can go to our website, www.ptmplive. That's PTMP Live. That stands for Pass the Mic Podcast live.com. Make sure you go on there and check us out. You can see all the reels, all the funny stuff, and things that we have going on. Real life, real subjects. This is Pass the Mic Podcast, giving you real world solution for real world problems. The girl behind the desk making all the magic happen, that is Sandy, Miss Little Sandy. Make sure you check us out. Sandy, hit them out with that outro. Until the next one, this is Pass the Mic.
Like us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram at PTMP Live, or visit us at ptmplive.com. Be sure to hit subscribe and turn on your live notifications for more exclusive stuff.